Shalom, this is GMS Silent Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I would like to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakadash, double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect out there that's spreading this word of sincerity and the truth all over the four corners of the earth. God, so this is what's going on over here in Holland right now. Really, what is happening is tension is spiking. Okay, like every day, you now expect something to come out in the news, concerning a rebellion and sedition among men, rising against the government, because that's really what this all is leading towards, man. If you read all the news articles, that you can really see that that's what it's leading to. Now tonight, today's Tuesday, the 19th, which means the lockdown should be over today. But probably they're gonna extend the lockdown and put in a curfew, of 8 o'clock in the evening. 8 o'clock in the evening until 4 o'clock in the morning. You have to be inside. Okay, so that means, like, for us brothers that teach, it's gonna be, kind of a rush to go home after the camp. But next to that, people is bugging out, man. So this was 2 days ago. It says Amsterdam police clash with COVID lockdown skeptics. Okay. Police used water cannons to disperse 2,000 protesters in Amsterdam who proceed with the banned rally against the government, Rona virus, curbs and vaccination drive, Slovakia. Dutch riot police on Sunday dispersed some 2,000 people holding an unauthorized protest in Amsterdam against the national lockdown to slow the spread of the Rona pandemic. Okay, now during this lockdown, you had a doctor, also a licensed doctor in the midst, who was doing a speech concerning, whether all this thing is real or not. Talking about ain't no people in the IC, ain't no people in the hospitals in the IC, man, getting operated and getting taken care of. Nobody there, So he's saying stuff like that, and you had these people getting beaten up with sticks, old or young, it didn't matter. You see, they was beating them up with sticks, in their riot gear. So if we go to the scriptures, that's really what's about to happen, man. If we go to the scriptures, we can see that this is what's coming, man. Okay, when we go to 2nd Ezra chapter 15. But I want to start up a little bit more. God, I want to start at verse 14. It says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hands. You see, so destruction draweth nigh. Now, before the destruction, which is going to be nuclear, with thermonuclear fire, before that destruction is here, the sword needs to pass through the lead. So what does that represent? The sword represents, the military police that you already see in this article. Actually, this is still the police. This is the riot police. But you're going to have military police stepping in when it's getting out of hand. Now, that implements martial law, because a military force is not allowed, to show their force in their own country, so to speak. It's not allowed unless there's martial law. Okay. Which martial law is a warlike law. You see? So this is what you're gonna have, and 10 times worse than that. And now the scriptures prophesy over it. The sword shall pass through the land. The scripture in, let me see. Scripture here. Jeremiah 50:16. Cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. For fear of the oppressing sword, they shall turn every one to his people, and they shall flee every one to his own land. So it says, cut off the sword from Babylon, and him that handleth the sickle in the time of harvest. Yeah, so this government is about to fall. Who decides what happens and how it goes, and when things are being implemented. For the fear of the oppressing sword. What is that oppressing sword? The martial law, the military troops, coming into their own country. Babylon is America, but this thing is gonna happen all across the world, man. I already see it happening. France, Germany, okay, Holland. Now, these last couple of days, you have a lot of articles coming out about the deaths in Norway, man. After that shot, after that jab, more than 30 deaths now. You know, it's crazy, man. So what do you think is gonna happen? But really, Norway, I used to live in Norway, so I know. But these people there, they are mad soft, man. They scared, mad soft. They are not willing to open up their mouth. Unlike these Dutch people and unlike these Germans. These Germans are way worse than Dutch people too, man. Way rougher and way worse, man. Okay, they basically, those German Edomites called the Dutch Edomites soft. Now, this is what these Dutch Edomites was doing. So only think about what's about to happen also in Germany, because in Germany, it was on the news today. They announced that they need to have stronger measurements concerning the lockdown. Slakia. Stronger measurements concerning the lockdown, because the virus is mutating. You see, and that's what's going on in Germany. Those messages are being signaled out to the public in Germany, so you already know what's about to pop up there. We in contact. We in contact with the brothers in Germany. So when shit's about to go down, we will probably hear from it very quick. Okay. Now, this is something that happened on top of it. Dutch government quits over child benefits scandal. Rutte government resigns on Friday over child benefits scandal, threatening political political instability as the country battles the corona pandemic. Thousands of parents were wrongly accused of fraudulently claiming child allowance, with many of them forced to pay back large amounts of money, ending up in financial ruin. The fact that some parents were targeted for investigation because they had dual nationality also underscored long-standing criticism of systemic racism in the Netherlands. So this dude and his whole crew stepped down, which they was basically the governing body of Holland. Who decides what is about to happen, what is how things is gonna go. Okay. So now they are still continuing as a private organization, that wants to stand up and help, until the new elections elect a new, political party. But while all this madness is going on, this happens also. The governing body of Holland quits, resigns, and then what does it say here? It says 2,000 people, Slakia, let me mark it. 2,000 people holding an unauthorized protest in Amsterdam. Why shouldn't protest be authorized? By who? Here it is, you're speaking against the government. Why should it be authorized? The whole thing in itself is an unauthorized movement, not going against the government, man, with the things that you say or the things that you protest against. Why would it be authorized? Okay, and the scriptures go into it. So here it says, here, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see that? So if we go into the word sedition, it says here, speech or behavior directed against the peace of a state, an offense that tends to undermine the authority of a state. Now, what did we just read? We just read that it was unauthorized. You know, it was unauthorized. But really, you know, if you ask me, if you go in a protest, you gather people, it will never be authorized. Okay, like that. But police was, doing their violent acts towards the people, and it says, so sedition is what's really happening right now. An offense that tends to undermine the authority of a state, an incitement to public disorder. That's what happened. Archaic revolt, from Latin seditio, discord. Okay. Here it says incitement of discontent or rebellion against the government, any action promoting such discontent or rebellion. You see, so that's really what's happening, man. That's really what's happening. Sedition among men. Okay? And it took place 2 days after the government of Prime Minister Mark Rutte collapsed over a child welfare scandal. Okay? So 2 days after the government basically stepped down, this thing happened, man. So shit is going out of control, man. But we know how these devils work, man. They work with the how you call that? They work with a plan called order app chaos. Okay, so within the chaos, they're gonna try to make order. Because they're not authorized. The government is not authorized to just pull up on civilians like that. So something needs to happen in order for them to give the go that yes, now you can go with military force in your own country, martial law. Things like that need to happen in order for the government itself to be authorized to do such things. While they are holding the people in subjection, under extreme laws, warlike laws, which is martial law, they can start implementing a lot of things, man. For example, the mark of the beast. Okay, these vaccinations, FEMA camps, forcing people into a secluded area, whether it's a city, whether it's a football stadium, whatever, man. They will go towards that how you call that undermining of the people, man. Let's look up that word, undermining. Undermining. To weaken by wearing away a base or foundation. To weaken, injure, or impair, often by decrease or imperceptibly sap. To dig a mine or tunnel. Undermining. It says a deliberate and underhanded effort to defeat or to harm, to endeavor. You see, so that's what the government is gonna do with the people, man. Weaken them, impair them, injure them until they have no power to fight no more. And that is, come over here. You will get registered. You will get a chip. You can just continue in your day-to-day lives. You want to go back to your day-to-day lives, right? So while they are injured, while they are weak, some people are gonna fold, man. Okay, that's why Revelation says what? Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So there's gonna be a point in time where when people is gonna, stay strong and not take this RFID chip, or to fold and take it, man, because they are being undermined, they are being weakened. You see? And while they're being weakened, they're gonna be, triggered by the government to be like, hey, just take this chip and you can go on with your day lives. We will free you from this camp, and we will let you go out, man. So it's gonna come upon all the world to try them. Are you gonna fold? Yes or no? So they are about to undermine the people. That's what's coming with unrighteous decrees. Okay. So it says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their house with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and great tribulation, which is being triggered because of the undermining of the government. Okay? A man shall not be able to go into the city because of the undermining of the government. The injury that the government is gonna put upon the people. You see, the government that is weakening the people's hands. First you have all this comfort. You have your nice and warm home. You might be in a lockdown, but you have everything in your house. You have your comfort until they start dragging your ass out of your house, man. Separating your families. The WHO, which is the World Health Organization, already spoke about things like that. About, we're gonna have to, remove certain people from their families. So that was already, being spoken about, man. Wait until that happens. Wait until you can't even leave the city no more. Which that already happened in France, in Paris actually. Paris went into a complete lockdown, and people was before the lockdown kicked in. People tried to flee the city, man, because you don't want to be locked up in the city. What are you, a rat? Are you a hamster? You don't want that. So you're going to flee out of that city that is going into lockdown. Now, I myself, I live in a big city in Holland, which is Rotterdam. Then you have Amsterdam, where the riot broke out. But already here also in Rotterdam, it was Black Friday. People were shopping and everything, and the whole city got cleared, man, by the fire department together with the cops. You had cops standing everywhere, man. Nee, you had cops standing everywhere. Ik ben bijna klaar, ja? Yeah, it's lucky my son wants to watch Power Rangers. I told him to wait. So it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So that fear is gonna kick in, and then the government is gonna move without any mercy, man. Now, again, like I said, this is starting to look like it, man. People's bugging out, old men getting beat up. You see? Doesn't matter, man. No mercy. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh Bashem Yashai Bashem Kakadash. Shalom to the elect.